shocked to discover that you were actually telling the truth. You were not overreacting, and there's a tinge of fear in those who are beginning to realize that, given the circumstances, you were actually underreacting. Off-grid, they can't reach you now, though. They can't switch the role that they already tried to play. They can't rewrite the narrative. They don't have access. Camera footage in reverse, and they can't even really see what it is that you're putting together behind the scenes. There's some kind of wall up that people are starting to realize it's not a good thing to be on the outside of that wall.
Bro.
Male and organized crime in reverse. This entire group was supposed to be able to send in one individual and, if not stop you, then at the very least ruin your credibility. So imagine their frustration when everyone else that they needed to ruin your credibility in front of is now realizing that you were underreacting. And everyone is wondering, because of your pattern recognition, because of your intelligence level, if you underreacted, it was calculated. Sudden absence in reverse. They're waiting for you to reappear like the Kool-Aid man popping into the middle of their
oh yeah,
family dinner.
Dude, this is so...
Except they know that this is going to be a lot more public than that. Ceremonial ranking.
I guess that one would be first. I think that's the first one landed first.
Someone tried to use you
So
as a
9131
footstool so that they could prop a whole group up.
Against the wall.
If they could just stop you, take you down, make you have to agree to their terms in some way in order to get something that you would have needed after falling into their trap, then the entire group would have not necessarily all ranked up, but they all would have been solidified in not being shunned, which now they're very much being shunned because you made it out. Home and safety, you made it out of this particular trap. And now the person who was supposed to be the one locking the whole group into something good is becoming the fall guy because they have no other choice. And they're hoping that you focus solely on this fall guy, off the record in reverse, on the record, the controller, and abuse. You're not limiting it to the fall guy. And that's what they're looking over their shoulder for, because you know who sent the fall guy in. And you know why. A manufactured crisis, that's exactly why. They tried to, at least, but it didn't work in the way they thought it was going to. And actually, that manufactured crisis that they tried to trap you in is very much at their own front door. Rehearsed response in reverse, and they don't know what to do about it because that wasn't in the plan. They didn't
5151
prearrange what would happen if that was the way that things went, because whoever this individual was, they were a very seasoned, let's call him a spiritual hit man. Very good at their job. Never has failed before. Was completely humiliated when it came to you. And that's the truth. And now the whole group is realizing that it's not that they sent in the wrong one. They probably sent in the right one. If it was ever going to work. Guilty knowledge in reverse. If it was ever going to work. They sent in the right one. You just weren't the right one to try it with. And this is one situation that I'm sure they would love to buy themselves out of. that's not going to happen. Plea bargain. Best of luck to him, though, I guess. People are shocked to discover
131 last numbers. Yeah, I saw that, man. That's crazy. Totally fits with all of this. See what I mean? And they all come up on random, bro. But the match is like, come on. Like, I could show people like bits and pieces of evidence that has this energy all over it. Be like, yeah, this is what I'm like, this is what happened to me, this is why I can read energies like this, and this is what I'm seeing, and I could show somebody some shit that says this shit. But alright, one last overlook. That's crazy. And then this 131 or even 1031, however, if you want to do a 4-digit, but I'm just saying that all has to do with this King of Cups in reverse. And maybe that's who they were working with, the King of Swords, to do this word of mouth and this poison tongue through slander, the gossip, and it became this weird hidden competition in my life. Yeah, that's what I'm be like. They kept trying to attack my wall, helping the devil, but ancestors were there protecting me from a cult. Bro, can't make this shit up. So 118 or 811. That's another number. Dead serious. Huh. Pick an underhand because the scales are being balanced. In this situation, dead serious, and the angels are out here. So the devil, the angel, the ancestors, and God is all out here. Like, everybody is like involved. This would be like at the end of the first Beetlejuice when they were down there and you can hear them up there. Well, let's say they had a TV screen and everybody is watching this like on the spirit realm. Like, this is like the World Series Cups or some weird shit. I mean, like, dead. Picture it like that, and it's all about to do with some souls and how everybody gathered together in an actual time. Like, this is something that's going to be written down against this, whatever this is, of this group of people that's in a bloody fucking cult covering group doing weird freaking hooky dooky nasty shit. People, this shit you don't freaking teach them in freaking public schools. Against one person who was literally, remember, this was the first card, protected by God. This freaking wall, fortress, wall. He is my rock, my fortress. You know, whom shall I fear? I mean, like, that's what I see. Somebody is literally under the umbrella of the living God. It's like, I'm not coming out. He said, sit right here. I ain't coming out there to mess with y'all. And everybody's going, ah. This is like some shit when Noah freaking closed the door and it started fucking flooding. You probably heard a lot of people screaming, ah. I'm just fucking saying. Just motherfucking saying. And this is happening. That's some weird broadcast, but we're gonna leave it at that. That's 8 minutes.